Hi, welcome to our channel Mansa Tutorials. Today we are going to start our class on English grammar. So previous class we have seen nouns, okay, parts of speech. One of the parts of speech, that is noun. So today we are going to see pronouns. So what are pronouns and what are the different types of pronouns? So today we are going to discuss this topic. Before going into the session, if you have any doubts or any requirements regarding the topics on which you want lessons, I request you to mention them in the comment section so that I can respond to you. So today we'll start our class with the topic pronouns and what are the different types of pronouns. So what is a pronoun? So the word which is used as a replacement or substitute of noun. So when you are using something, a word instead of a noun or as a replacement of a noun, then such word is known as what? Pronouns. So pronoun is defined as a word that replaces a noun in a sentence. It is called what? Pronoun. So for example, you see that Arul is a boy of age 16. Arul is studying in 9th class. Arul has two brothers. So when you see Arul loves playing football. Arul is a captain of his team. So saying about same person in a sentence regularly using his name makes somewhat our speech what? It looks something odd. Our speech looks somewhat odd because you are repeating continuously the same person name in the sentence. Understood? So to avoid that or to make your speech somewhat attractive, to make your speech somewhat to look better, to look impressive, so we need to use these pronouns will make your speech somewhat impressive. So instead of saying Arul is instead of repeating Arul name more than one time in a sentence, then we can use pronoun instead of using the name. So instead of saying the previous statement what we said, we can even also say Arul is a boy of 16. He is studying in class 9th and he has two brothers. He loves playing football and he is captain of his team. So here I just used Arul name only once in the sentence, and whenever I am talking regarding him or whatever topic I may discuss about which class he is studying, which game he is liking, how many cousins he is having, what is his position in that football team. So when I am describing everything, what I am using instead of his name, I am using a pronoun. So pronouns are used as a substitutes or replacements of nouns in a sentence. They are called what? Pronouns. So today we are going to see what are the different types of pronouns. Understood? So what are the different types of pronouns? Totally there are 10 different types of pronouns. So today in this session we will discuss 5 different types of pronouns, and in the next video we will continue with the other 5 different types of pronouns. So before going, so what are the 10 different types of pronouns? We are going to see first list of 10 different pronouns. So they are personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, indefinite pronouns, relative pronouns, intensive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, reflexive pronouns, reciprocal pronouns, distributive pronouns. So totally how many types of pronouns are there? 10 types of pronouns. So today we will discuss first 5 different types of pronouns like personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, indefinite pronoun, relative pronoun and intensive pronoun. So today we are going to discuss about these 5 different types of pronouns. So first thing, what are personal pronouns? So personal pronoun means it has different forms depending on its function. So we can say it takes the place of a person or a thing. These are usually either a subject of a sentence or an object of a sentence. So basing on that, basing on the gender, basing on its case like subjective case, objective case, possessive case. So basing on this or basing on the number also, this personal pronoun keeps on changing. So these personal pronouns change their forms to indicate either different pronouns, genders or number cases, or even pronouns person speaking. So these personal pronouns have 3 different forms like gender form, number form in number case or gender case, and in the same scenario where if the person is subject, there will be one sort of personal pronoun. If the person is object, there will be another form of personal pronoun. So today we are going to see what are the different forms and how are these personal pronouns used. So we can see personal pronouns on the following basis. First thing, on gender basis. On gender basis, the personal pronouns varies, isn't it? Because when you are talking about male or some person regarding man, then what is the pronoun you use there? He, because basing on his gender we speak about he. And at the same time, when you are talking about a woman, then you use a pronoun she. So pronoun exam. So what are gender based personal pronouns are like he, his, him, her, hers, she, them, etc. These all are what? Gender based pronouns. So example, he went to the market. He went to the market. She is doing the laundry. It is important to them. So these all are what? Here, he, she, them. These all are what? Personal pronouns. Understood? So at the same time, now we are going to see number pronouns. Okay? So means basing on the number, there will be personal pronouns. How? So singular pronouns, plural pronouns. So singular pronouns, when the pronoun is only referring to one specific noun. When you are talking about only one specific noun, then we use one type of pronouns. When you are talking about referring to number of nouns, then you use a plural pronoun. So example of singular pronoun, the book belongs to me. The book belongs to me. Here I am talking about only single book. Understood? The book belongs to me. When I am talking about some, when the pronoun is used to refer a number of pronouns, then see, that is their book, not yours. So here what I am saying means this book belongs to someone, but it is not you. So when I am saying you, I am not saying specifically, I am saying 2-3 people were here. Then I want to say that belongs to, that is their book, not yours. So what I am saying, I just want to inform that it is someone's book, not you people's. So there what I am using, plural pronoun I am using. So in the next one is cases, basing on the cases like subjective case, objective case and possessive case. See, imagine in subjective case. Subjective case means you will be the subject, means that particular pronoun or that particular pronoun you are using basing on the subject on the sentence. So she is at work. Here I am describing it someone. She is the subject of that particular sentence. So I am saying she is at work. Now objective case, he will meet us later. Here he is going to meet me. So he is the subject and I am what? Meet me. So I will be the object, or me along with some other one will be object. So he will meet us later. So here us is objective pronoun. Next, possessive pronoun. This is our clubhouse. So this is our clubhouse. Here we are talking, means here I am using possessive case. So here what will be the pronoun? Our will be the pronoun. So there are some examples how that means that noun form, how that noun form will be in subjective case, objective case and possessive case. So in when you say subjective case, I. Objective case the same. If you are speaking as third person or means you are the object in that sentence, then you will use me as the pronoun. And if it is in possessive case, then possessive means what you are having to say that, no. So possessing means what you have. So when you are talking in possessive case, mine, it's mine you say, because you are possessing it. So in that scenario, what pronoun you use? Mine is the pronoun you use. So subjective case, if I am using I, means noun, instead of using my name, instead of using noun, in subjective case I use I as a pronoun. In objective case I use me as pronoun. In possessive case I use mine as pronoun. So like that the following examples are given. We, us, our. You, your. So you will be in subjective case and objective case it will be you only. But in possessive case it will be your. So the following chart is given where we can know, we can use the following list, means this is the list provided where we use in subjective case what type of pronouns, in objective case what type of pronouns, and in possessive case what type of pronouns we are using were given as a list. So basing on this, means this provides the information what type of pronouns will be used in subjective case, objective case and possessive case. So now this is what personal pronoun. Now we are going to discuss about possessive pronoun. So what is possessive pronoun? Possessive pronoun is a word that replaces a noun and shows ownership. Ownership means that belongs to whom you want to say that. So that type of ownership is provided, is explained using what? Possessive pronouns. So the possessive means ownership means what you are saying, something is belonging to someone, so that someone is the owner of that thing. So there you use what type of pronouns? Possessive pronouns. So you want to say that product or that item or that something is belonging to someone, then you use what type of pronouns? Possessive pronouns. So now we will see the examples of possessive pronouns. So examples of possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, her, ours, theirs. These all are what? Examples of possessive nouns. So example, I always check if the art across the street is better than mine. So you think some artist is saying to someone, that artist is checking always that art on the street, across the street, art across the street is better than mine or not. Means he is always checking what he is giving as art, means what is his art, that art is better than the art which is displayed, which is across the street or not. So here his art, this mine is resembling, or mine is a pronoun for what? Artist's art. Understood? So I always check if the art across the street is better than mine. So here mine is used as a possessive pronoun. So this artist is always checking, means he is comparing or he is checking the art across the street is better than his art or not. Understood? So mine means what? He is comparing it with, means he is saying mine, his own. So he was expressing that art is, some art which is on the street is better than his art or not his. Understood? So here what he is expressing? His quality, which is his own ownership. Here it is expressed. In the same way, in the previous example we have seen, this is our club. Here our we are using. What is this our describing? Possessive pronoun. Our is a possessive pronoun. You are saying that club is belonging to you, our. So you are mentioning your ownership here using this type of pronouns. When you are using mine, our, yours, these all pronouns help us to express or to show the ownership. Understood? To show the ownership. Replaces a noun and shows ownership. They means you can say, means these possessive pronouns are used to express or to show or to tell someone, means how to say, see, if you want to express the book is mine, you just want to say someone that book is belonging to yours. So that time you use this type of, means ownership of any item or anything. When you want to express in a sentence, then you can use this book is Mansa, this book belongs to Mansa. So actually when you are talking about the same person in the sentence, no need to mention her name repeatedly in the sentence. So at the same time, no need to say, even if something is belonging to the particular person, no need to use that person name. There you can say like this, like yours or our, mine. These all type of words, means these all type of pronouns are called possessive pronouns, which expresses the, means which says ownership, which shows the ownership of that particular thing or place or anything. Shows that ownership of that particular thing or place. So possessive nouns are used, possessive pronouns are used to show the ownership. So here is also a table given where it is showing, means what type of possessive adjectives are there, possessive nouns, pronouns are there. If you are using personal pronoun I, then what type of adjective you will use there? Mine. What type of pronoun you will use there? Mine. In the same way, you. Then adjective, your. Possessive, yours. Understood? So this type of list is provided. Means what type of possessive pronouns are used. So possessive pronouns are useful to show the ownership of particular thing or means person or thing, anything. Ownership. To express the ownership we use what? Possessive pronouns. Understood? So next topic we will see indefinite pronouns. So what are indefinite pronouns? Indefinite pronouns refer to something that is not definite in a sentence. They do not refer to particular thing or person. Indefinite pronouns will not belong, means will not, they do not refer to any person or thing. Understood? In a sentence. So examples means specifically you will not say regarding a thing or regarding a person. In such scenarios you use what? Indefinite pronouns. So what are the examples of indefinite pronouns are? Someone, somebody, something. See, someone means you are not specifically saying who is that person. You are not saying something, means you are not specifically saying that thing, something. So you are not specifying anything. Understood? So indefinite pronouns refer to something that is not definite in a sentence. That means you are not specifically saying something. Understood? They do not refer to a particular thing or a person. Understood? Such pronouns are, means in that scenarios what type of pronouns you use? Indefinite pronouns. So what are the examples? Someone, somebody, something, no one, nobody, nothing. These all are what? Examples of indefinite pronouns. So one sentence we'll see. All are invited to the party. Here I am not specifically saying you are invited to the party. I am saying everyone is invited. To a group I am saying everyone is invited to the party. In that scenario, see, here when I am talking to a group, when I am collectively informing some issue, I am not specifically saying to a particular person. Then I use what type of pronouns? Indefinite pronouns. So example, all are invited to the party. Understood? So here I am not specifically saying, means everybody is welcome. Everyone is welcomed or everyone is invited. So what I am not specifically saying everyone. I am talking about a common thing, group. Understood? In that scenarios what we use? Indefinite pronouns. So here are some examples of indefinite pronouns. These indefinite pronouns means they have singular form and plural form also. Means in plural, when you are talking about a group, cluster, that time what type of means indefinite pronouns you use. When you are singularly speaking, what type of indefinite pronouns will use, we'll see. See, another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, either. These all are what? Examples of singular. And when you are talking about plural, then both, few, many, others, several. These all are what? Examples of plural indefinite pronouns. So in this means when you are talking commonly, singular or plural, means in a group you are speaking. So that time what type of examples you use? All, any, more, most, such type of examples, such type of indefinite pronouns we use. So one of the example for this indefinite pronoun is all are invited. So here I am not specifying particular person. Here I am talking to a group of people. So all are invited to the party. So here I am using all as a indefinite pronoun. So indefinite pronouns means what? They doesn't specify particular thing or definite thing or person in a sentence. In such scenarios we use what? Indefinite pronouns. Okay. Now we are going to see the next type of pronoun, that is relative pronouns. So what are relative pronouns? A relative pronoun is a pronoun that relates the relative clause to another clause within a sentence. Understood? So you are saying some reason. So that reason in that sentence is explained because means you are explaining with another reason. So this clause relation is maintained by using this relative pronouns. We'll see one example. She doesn't know which pack of pencil you want. Here actually she doesn't know is one clause. You think what she doesn't know? Which pack of pencil you want? She doesn't know. So two clauses in a sentence were related using relative pronouns. Pronouns are used to show the to explain the to show it relates one relative clause to another clause within a sentence. So you are expressing one issue and you just want to relate the two clauses. That time you use what type of pronouns? We use relative pronouns. So example, you see, she doesn't know. What she doesn't know? Which pack of pencil you want. So here you remove which. Understood? So pack of pencil. So which pack of pencil you want? She doesn't know. Understood? So I just want to connect these two clauses. So what type of pronoun I am using here? Relative pronoun I am using. So which pack of pencil you want is what? Relative clause and the relative pronoun which has linked in the main clause. Understood? So main clause is what? She doesn't know. What she doesn't know? Which pack of pencil you want? She doesn't know. So main clause, I want to relate something to the main clause. Then what type of pronouns I use? Relative pronouns I use. Here are some examples of relative pronouns. So when you see relating to who, I use who as a relative pronoun when I am talking about, when I am relating two persons, two people. And I use which relating to animals and objects. Whose related to means it refers to possession. Means I am just asking whose pencil is this, whose pen is this. At that scenario means possession. I just want to know whom it belongs. That time I use whose. Where means referring to places. I just want to know where is it, how is it, where is it, how far it is. So I just want to know about place. That time what type of relative pronoun I use? Where. So what, relating to things, I use what, this type of what as a relative pronoun. So relative pronouns are used to show to relate the main clause with another clause in the same sentence. Understood? So to join that or to show the relation between the main clause and this other clause, so I use what? Relative pronouns. Example is, she doesn't know which pack of pencil you want. So she doesn't know is the main clause and which pack of the pencil is the which pack of the pencil is relative clause. So main clause and relative clause were joined or related with the help of what? Relative pronouns. So now we are going to see another pronoun, that is intensive pronoun. So what are intensive pronouns? Intensive pronoun intensify noun and pronoun, and we define it as pronoun that ends in self or self. An intensive pronoun is means intensive pronoun intensifies intensifies nouns and pronouns. Means it adds some effect to it emphasizes it increases, means it shows some more adequate effect on noun or pronoun. So examples if you will see, this intensive pronouns are somewhat closely related to reflexive pronouns. So examples of reflexive pronouns we will see in the next video. But first these intensive and reflective pronouns will appear somewhat same. Understood? Basing on their usage only they vary. So examples of this intensive are himself, myself, themself, itself, herself. Such type of words are called intensive pronouns. See, these intensive pronouns, if they are removed from the sentence also, they doesn't make any effect to the sentence. See, I myself like to sing. Here, I am intensifying the pronoun I by using myself. See, I like singing. You can say that. I myself like to sing. I like to sing is something, you can say even like that. I myself like to sing. That means it is intensifying or it is increasing the value of I here by using this I myself I am just trying to show that me myself likes to sing. So here I am intensifying the value of the pronoun or noun in a sentence by using this intensive pronouns. When we try to increase the value of noun or pronoun, understood? When we want to intensify that particular noun or pronoun in a sentence, we use this intensive pronouns. But this intensive pronoun, if it is removed from the sentence also, it doesn't have any effect or any change in that sentence. I like to sing is also perfect sentence. I myself like to sing, where I am intensifying the value of I. Here I am intensifying the value of pronoun by using this intensive pronouns. Understood? So here is a list of intensive pronouns. If subject pronoun is I, then you use myself as intensive pronoun. If subject pronoun is you, then you use yourself as intensive pronoun. If subject pronoun is he, then you use himself as intensive pronoun. If subject pronoun is she, then we use herself as intensive pronoun. So with this we have completed 5 different types of pronouns. So what are that 5 different types of pronouns what we have discussed till now? One is personal pronoun. So what are personal pronouns? They have different forms, which means in gender case, in and at the same time number case, and also in objective, subjective, objective, possessive case. So in these 3 different ways they means they can be changed. Understood? So that is personal pronouns. So what is the next thing we have discussed? One is personal, the other one is possessive pronoun. Possessive means which expresses the ownership. So what are the examples? Mine, yours, ours. These are what? Possessive pronouns. Next, indefinite pronouns. So what are indefinite pronouns? Which are when you are not specifying a particular thing, or you are not specifically saying about a definite thing or a person in a sentence, then you use what type of pronouns? Indefinite pronouns. What are the examples? Somebody, anybody, all. These all are what examples of indefinite pronouns. So what is the next thing we have discussed? Relative pronouns. So relative pronouns means what? Which relates relative clause to the main clause. Understood? The pronoun which relates relative clause to the main clause, then such pronouns are known as relative pronouns. Understood? So here what type of examples? Whom, what, which. These all are what? Relative pronouns. So next thing is intensive pronouns. The words or the pronouns which intensify the value of a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Such pronouns are called what? Intensive pronouns. So these intensive pronouns are most similar to what? Reflexive pronouns. Okay, that we will discuss in the next class. These intensive pronouns means if you remove that intensive pronoun from the sentence, it doesn't change the meaning of the sentence. Understood? It doesn't affect the sentence. So this simply intensifies or it increases the value of the noun what you are using in the sentence. Those are called what? Intensive pronouns. Examples: himself, yourself, ourself. These all are what? Examples of intensive pronouns. So by this we have completed our session with 5 different types of pronouns. So in the next video we will discuss the remaining 5 different types of pronouns. Hope this video is useful for you. Thank you. Please subscribe and share my channel.